You are listening to the Tough Decisions Network Tip of the Day.
Today's daily tip is brought to you by Taylor Loht, the host of the 7-Figure Sales Podcast, which can be found on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit 7figuresalespodcast.com for more information. On today's daily tip, we're going to be talking about competition and how to deal with them. Obviously, Taylor, we all have competition, and competition is a good thing, but we all have to understand that our competition could also be, talking bad about us. So we don't want to put those bad vibes into the air as well and talk bad about our competition because it's just not a good idea.
Absolutely. It's very tempting in many sales situations, and I don't care what industry you're in. It's very tempting to talk smack about your competition. Maybe you're in a one-on-one sales scenario where you're sitting down with someone and talking to them about the problems they have, the value you can offer them, and chances are pretty good that there's someone that's already filling that need or someone they already have in mind to fill that need. And that might come up in the conversation. Maybe you've run into this particular competitor in the past, you know a little bit about them, whatever. I don't care if you didn't know a little bit about them or not. It doesn't matter. The point is, when that comes up, really resist the urge to talk badly about your competition. It feels like a good thing to do because you want to make yourself look better in comparison to your competition. But in reality, it only makes you look worse, and it only puts you in a worse spot in the mind of your prospect. I don't care what industry you're in, if you're in just selling products and services, if you're in real estate investing, chances are if you're sitting across the table from someone or you're talking to someone that is a prospect of yours and they bring up your competitor, they might be buddies with your competitor. You don't know what the background is. You don't know all the details. Your competitor might have a 10-year relationship with this person, and maybe things aren't going lately, and your prospect still needs to put food on the table, so he's looking around at different options, but he likes your competitor as a person. Well, talking bad about that competitor doesn't make you look any better. And I've heard people do it in the apartment investing space and in just a general, more sales related space. It doesn't work anywhere. I've heard so-and-so paid too much for that building and blah, blah, blah. That's the most common one. So-and-so paid too much for that building. We looked at it. We don't know where he got his number. Great. Well, what if I invested there and now I feel like, kind of an idiot? It just doesn't help the relationship at all. So really resist the urge to talk badly about your competition or your perceived competition.
Well, and I think there's a fine distinction here as well, because there's one side of it where you can be talking bad about your competition. And then there's also the side of it that you always have to sometimes reference your competition and talking about what sets you apart and what makes you different. But that doesn't mean you have to always talk trash about competition.
Right. And you can handle that issue many different ways. You can just kind of focus on, if you're in a features and benefits selling mode, you can focus on the features of your specific offering that are better. Or if you know a particular weakness of your competitor that you can target, then go after that. But don't attack the person as a person. It doesn't work.
Taylor Loht has compiled a short 7-page report called The Sales Growth Mandates, which is the top 3 most common themes based on the interviews from his own 7-Figure Sales podcast, where he has interviewed entrepreneurs and sales trainers in the real estate to tech industry and everywhere in between, with business valuations ranging from $3 million to $500 million. Download this free report now at 7figuresalespodcast.com/TD podcast.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel on iTunes to listen in for more daily tips. Every day, we will be releasing a short 3 to 5 minute tip to help you make better decisions. Help us spread the word about the Tough Decisions podcast with your friends, and also take time right now to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes, Facebook, or your favorite platform. You've been listening to the Tough Decisions Show.